Kaiko tamba, kaiko tu, kanne mani kaiko tu. Kaiko tamba, kaiko tu. Senzo.
I'm 26 years old from Reservoir Hills, Durban. Born and brought up in this home. It's my family home. Play tabla, stand-up comic, actor, kind of a musician as well, in terms of singing Tamil music.
Hi, I'm here to apply for my ID, please. Ufuna kwenzani? ID? Ingama lakho? Wena uhlala phi? Busi birth certificate? Usenzo mthethwa. You live with the Indians in Reservoir Hills. And you can't speak the Zulu. How, where, mama?
From the various rumors, from what I was told, Mom started to work in the home for the Chetty family as a domestic worker. And I'm not sure as to whether if she was pregnant at the time or if I was already born. But yeah, in fact, she was pregnant at the time.
My name's Anusia and I'm Senzo's sister. Senzo's mum, Nettie, worked for us for many years. And Senzo was born while she was working here for us. I remember the day that Dad and I took Nettie to hospital to deliver Senzo. And we carried him back home.
I've managed to grasp the Indian culture and the tradition. I've more or less made it my own, being the only culture that I've known since birth, with all the things that I've incorporated in terms of going to service as a child, going to temple, carrying kavadi, doing all the various rituals, the wearing of my Lakshmi string, fasting during this auspicious period of Partasi. And then later on we'll be celebrating Diwali this year.
Yeah, he's very religious in that sense. He always fasts when he's supposed to fast, and he's always, obeying and following his principles, his Hindu principles.
I've always lived with him since I've been born as well. So he's more like an older brother to me, and we always just joke around.
The lifestyle was kind of interesting because growing up here, I would always be speaking English like I am now. So speaking Zulu was really interesting. Back then, my Zulu was a lot better, and then now it's kind of it's Zulu with a twang.
Most of his friends, up till today, a lot of people, because he's not Zulu in the sense of his customs and traditions, they look at him with a different light. And it's actually quite sad because he's a true South African in the sense of his religion is combined. He believes in his customs, but he's also a Hindu at heart.
Look at that, children. The only African in the class, and he did his homework.
The challenges I may have experienced, or maybe directly or indirectly, were people trying to understand who I was, and also that the fact that I'm a part of the religion of Hinduism. People would always ask questions, interrogating questions like, oh, so what do you know about Hinduism and why do you wear a red string? And I was fortunate enough, because I've attended like service groups and all these little things, I had understood and known why we perform certain rituals, why I wear a red string, what makes you Hindu, or what is a Hindu, and so forth, and what are the different language groups in Hinduism.
He does go home, he's got respect for his religion, he's got respect for his aunts and uncles and his grandfather. So it's not as though he's forgotten his roots, he hasn't forgotten his roots. It's just that this is the home that he's known. This is the family that he's known all his life.
So my siblings have passed on, even family members like aunties and uncles. But the ones that are still existing, I still keep in contact with them. I've got my cousin that lives in here in Reservoir Hills, my brother also in Reservoir Hills that I keep in contact with.
It was a struggle getting him into school, which Dad had a battle doing.
My first teacher was the late great Basant Ramchandar. I still remember his notations. Dhe na the nana, the na the nana, the na the nana, Well, thereafter, I started to go for South Indian lessons. My teachers then were the late great Guru Gopalan and Magen Mudli. Their notations was hectic.
He always wanted to perform from a very young age. I remember that much. And then he told me he had joined this production of the Dingalings. And I didn't realize that it would go this big.
After Senzo had come up with this idea of a story of his life, and then Kubeshan and Senzo and myself, we workshopped this play, and we entered it into the Musho Festival. That is a performance festival run at the Catalina Theatre every year by the Durban Arts Council. And we were pleasantly surprised when the performance was so well received that he won the Audience Award for the Best Performance of 2010.
This is the big one, the Bolulu Uncle, starring myself, Senzo Mtetwa. Here's my turban, keeping it real. My tablas. I'm quite a keen tabla player, gifted tabla player, yep. As you can see, here's my Lakshmi string, because I'm religious like that. And yeah, starring me and directed by Kamsala Naidu. In 10 years from now, same person, but more out there in the industry. Hopefully either my own TV show or radio show, but you definitely will be hearing more of Senzo Mtetwa in 10 years' time. I don't have any fixed plans per se, but I know what it is that I want to achieve and where I want to be.
Hey, Senzo, bhaiya, you're playing like a bhajia. Come, beta, come.
Vanakkam Asarayamma.